Is success something that's incremental or something that you must get perfect each and every time? Hey, Jason here, and if you've been following the channel, not only you've been seeing me walking around Johannesburg and Pretoria in South Africa, but you've probably been mainly seeing me talk about success. And this is something that's really important to me because success is the first piece to getting everything that we want in our life: our dreams, our goals, our wishes. And I didn't know this so many years ago. And a lot of times when I was successful in different areas of my life, it was because I didn't know what I was doing. It was actually by luck, because I couldn't explain to people what I was actually doing to where I could get other people the results. And so this is why studying a success puzzle is really important to me right now, because I feel like if more people learn how to understand this, one, they'll start seeing how they're successful in every area of their life, even if it's things that they don't want. And two, they'll start realizing all I need to do is a quick hack, a quick little program. And then you can start getting whatever you want in life, whether it's your happiness, whether it's your health, or whether it's wealth. And those are the three areas that I focus on, and that's part of my philosophy as I'm studying the success, and also how I'm breaking down success and writing books and things about it also. And so what I want to talk about today was, what does success really look like? Because we always see people when they get to that successful status, but we don't see what's going on behind closed doors. And so then it just gives us a lot of room and a lot of space to just create things that usually aren't even true. If you really start studying successful people, especially when it comes to people who have really great physiques, athletes, or people who have a lot of money, rich people and wealthy people, you'll start seeing the way they started out was not how we thought it was. They didn't have someone helping them out. There wasn't a trust fund helping them out. Most physical trainers, they didn't start out with just six-pack abs and all of these big muscles. Okay, it's getting all in my face. Oh, all right. I don't want to start the video, so I'm gonna just keep going. Smoke was just getting in my face. And so you'll start seeing that most of these people didn't have the advantages that we thought they had. In fact, they had probably more disadvantages than we do currently right now. And when I started studying this and I started looking at my life and started seeing, okay, and I started looking from it from the perspective of how did I go from 600 plus pounds, and if you're in South Africa, that's over 300 kilograms, barely could walk, literally had no feeling in my left leg below the knee, had drop foot, all of these issues to where I am today, where it's 3:37 in the afternoon here in Johannesburg, and I've already walked 5.5 miles, and I'm just chilling for the rest of the day. I still have energy. If I wanted to go to the gym, I could go lift weights or something. And so how did I become that person? I started realizing it's not what people think it looks like. A lot of people thought like, oh, Jason, he just knew how to do this. He just knew how to start eating healthier, and he knew how to get things right. And that's not the truth. I was struggling for years, over 10 years to be exact. You don't get to be over 600 pounds, 300 plus kilos without struggling. Like, let's just be real about it. It was a struggle. I was doing every type of diet known to man. I was doing Atkins, low carb, whatever you want to call it, keto, paleo. I was doing a severe calorie restriction up to 500 calories a day. And I was even gaining weight while I was eating only 500 calories a day. I've done mono milling. I've done a lot of different things. And what I started noticing was from some of those things, I got success in one or two areas. And so let me explain it to you. When I was doing low carb and those type of diets, keto, paleo, whatever you want to call it, Atkins, it's all the same thing. I realized I like eating fruits and vegetables. And so I realized eating a protein-rich diet was not for me. So I had to figure out another way, because if you knew me personally, I wasn't a big meat eater. Like, I just want to eat meat. I was just eating meat because I thought I needed the protein. And so when I did that, I started realizing I didn't feel good just eating protein. And so that helped me go to a more of a vegetarian type lifestyle. Because when Chantel and I first started, she was plant-based and I was vegetarian. Because I still thought I needed different types of things such as eggs and cheese, stuff like that. And it turned out it wasn't true. And so when I learned from going more vegetarian, I realized, wait, I can have all the protein I want and get it from fruits and vegetables, because that's where protein originally comes from, and that's how animals get their protein. And so from that got me onto plant-based. And then from plant-based, I was doing alkaline. I was doing monomilling again, where I was doing a high starch, the carb solution, if you ever read that book from Dr. McDougall. And so I did all of these different things, and that's how I started learning certain things work better for my body. Some things that I saw, like if I just do monomeal potatoes, I lose weight rapidly. It just melts off of me. And I also noticed some things were helping my mental health better, eating more fruits, eating a high antioxidant rich diet. And that's how I became successful, and that's how I became the person who I am today. It didn't happen overnight. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like there was plenty of nights, days and nights to be honest, I did not think it was gonna be successful. I did not have faith that I was gonna be the person who's standing here today. I sure as hell didn't have faith that I would outlive Cece. That still shocks me even to this day, because that was just something I never believed would happen, because I always felt like she was healthier than me. And this shows you too, like, success isn't about what you think all the time. It's just about keep doing the actions. Success is about incremental steps. Remember, success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. Progressive means over time. It doesn't happen all right away. And this is where I believe the school systems and just about every other systematic thing in place has taught us wrong, because it teaches us immediate punishment or immediate reward. And that's not how life works. Life takes gradual time. If I go plant a seed in the ground today, it's not going to just sprout up strawberries or raspberry, whatever type of thing I plant. It has to take time to grow. It has to sprout. It has to do all of these things. There's things that we don't see that need to be taken care of. And a lot of times when it comes to our personal life and getting success, the things that we're not seeing is the shift in our mindset. We start thinking different. We start having different thoughts. We start being happier. Because here's one of the things, you don't see very many highly successful people that are unhappy. If you really get in the room with successful people, they're happy all the time, even when they don't want to be happy. They have music going. They have different affirmations and stuff they say to themselves. That's one of the things I even do here in my house. I have one of my cell phones. I have it playing an affirmation. I have the computer, have a fireplace going while I hear the little flickers. Then I have a book going in the background. And then I might put on some junk just to distract me a little. But I have all these other things going on at the same time, because I want to keep my energy at a very high vibration and also keep my attitude up. Because remember, your attitude is the composite of your thoughts, feelings, and actions, which lead to the results that you want in life. And so this goes hand in hand. And I'm gonna show you how just recently I'm being successful, and I'm on the progressive step. So one of the things I'm starting to do is I want to start growing my own mushrooms. My brother Duncan, he out there growing, he's helping me. And so this is grain here to grow the mushrooms on. However, I was unsuccessful the first attempt. And I didn't follow the instructions. It was my fault, because I didn't know what I was doing. And see how this is? Like, success is about jumping into something that you don't have a clue about. Someone may be there to guide you or mentor you, but you don't have to know how to do it. And so I actually ended up messing up. Instead of growing the mycelium, I ended up growing contamination. And most people will probably be like, "Oh man, I know you're upset." I'm happy. I grew contamination. That was successful. I'm progressing. Now that I know how to do contamination, I know how not to do contamination. And it's no different than if you go back to Thomas Edison, when he was asked, why did you keep trying to make the light bulb after 1,000 unsuccessful attempts? He said, it wasn't unsuccessful attempts. I just found 999 ways not to do it. And I just found one way not to grow mycelium. And that's how we have to look at life, especially when we want goals and there's things that we want in life. It's not about the right here and right now. It's about the progression. It's about the journey. It's about you becoming the person to achieve that. And that's the actual key to success. And so I hope you got some value from this. Make sure you hit the like button and share this if you know somebody who's trying to get successful in life and they're just like, "Oh man, I'm out here struggling. I don't know where to go." This is one of the problems with the world. Most of us do not know what we're doing when we have all of these resources to our advantage, and we're not taking advantage of the little things because we're afraid. to jump into the unknown and become successful.